Good evening. This is Mr. Nowlin, and I am going to show you a way that I have learned how to work with composite shapes, composite area. And what I have is a figure that's two triangles. Two rectangles. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out the area of this figure here. Okay, we're going to find out the area of this figure. And so what we need to do then, what we need to do though is the first step we have to do is determine how we're going to. What we have to do is we have to split this into two shapes that are going to be simple enough to figure out on your own. So what I'm going to do is the best thing I can see to do is I have two potential rectangles. If I were to split this here, I could make two rectangles because the area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. And this is showing up upside down from how I'm writing this right now. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get this to work right. But for right now, bear with me, okay? So I have something here that it's length times width. And so what I'm going to do is, and so both of these, so I'm just going to split this. I'm going to get my ruler. And I'm going to split it right here, right down the middle. And now I have two shapes. Okay, so now I have two shapes, and what's going to happen now is that to help me see what I'm doing, I'm actually going to shade any shape its own color. This one's going to be the orange shape. Okay, the orange. Oops, we'll have the orange, and then we're going to have. Just going to shade that in a little bit like that. Here's my orange shape. Doesn't look up that awesome. I don't want to just sit here coloring. Now we need to get to really what we're here for is to determine this area. Like I said. Okay, and then we're going to do a green side. I'm going to fill in this one with green. And you're going to notice is that I have not changed the size of this overall shape here. This whole shape is still the same size. It's still 6 inches from here to here, 4 inches from here to here. Okay, so the only thing that has changed is that I've split it into two shapes that make it easier for me to calculate the area. And then when I'm done, I will add it back together. So to give you an idea of how I'm going to do that is, I'm going to do the length times width of the orange here. I'm going to do the length times width of the orange. And I'm also going to do the length times width of the green. And what's going to happen now is that I'm going to do add those together. And then it will result in the total area in inches squared. Okay? So in order to do that, I have the length. So first of all, I'm going to look at my orange side. On the orange side, do I have my height? The question is, do I have my height? I do have a height for the entire figure that is also equal to the entire length of the orange, which is 4 inches. So I can say that the orange length is also 4 inches. Okay, so now I'll put 4 down here. Okay, and then, but now the width, look at my width. I have a width from this point to this point, yet it includes both the orange and the green. Now, the thing is I'm not calculating any of the green. I don't want to calculate any of the green. It doesn't show anything here. It does not show my width here. However, what I do know is that the length of the green itself is 4 inches. So I can say that my green is 4 inches. And I'm going to, yeah, it's 4 inches. Okay. I'm also going to say that, okay, I'm also going to say that then the green over here is also 4 inches. So that's going to leave me with, a problem that should be fairly easy to fix. I have the length of the entire figure subtracting the length of 4 of the green, which is also 4. Okay, subtracting the length of the green, and then it's also going to be, which is going to be then 4. 6 minus 4 is going to equal 2. I'm not 2 correctly. Okay, so I know then that the orange is 2 inches long. Now I have the width of the orange, and now I can calculate that. 2 times 4 is 8. I now know that this is 8 square inches. Now I'm going to do the green. Finish the green. What I need to know is what this end is. I know that this is 2 inches. I know that this is 4. These 2 parallel lines. I know that this section here is 2 inches minus the 4, and that's going to equal, so it's 2 minus 4 is going to equal 2. This literally splits this into 2, this side. So I know this is going to be 2 inches. Okay, which is going to leave me with 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So now my problem, last thing to do is add. Last thing I have to do is add down here. Okay, 8 plus 8 is going to equal 16. I know that I have 8 inches squared here, and 8 inches squared here. Green and orange are the exact, they're actually congruent figures if you look at this. That's something you'll get into later on once you get into 7th grade into high school. So our result is 16 square inches is what the whole figure is. It's been a great time. Have a great evening, and feel free to talk to me, Mr. Nowlin, or Miss Tillman, if you have any other questions.